In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process I use to make a best-selling mug listing for any print-on-demand platform. We're going to go through everything from finding and validating a really good profitable niche, making a design for that using some really great AI tools, and actually coming up with our listing elements that are going to go on a site like Etsy. Now, there's not going to be a lot of fluff in this tutorial, so let's go ahead and just jump right in so we can get started with this whole process. Now, the very first thing we need to do is actually pick out what product type we are going to be selling. So I said we are going to be selling mugs in this tutorial, but when it comes to print-on-demand mugs, there are thousands of options out there. So I'm going to jump over to Printify, who is my manufacturing partner, and show you what some of the options that I really like are and the one that we are going to be using today. So I am over on Printify's catalog, and I'm just going to look up the word mug and show you just how many different options that they have. So everything from glass mugs, just your classic mug, they have jumbo mugs, they have enamel mugs, all kinds of decorative mugs and insulated ones. But today we're just going to go with kind of the classic white ceramic mug that Printify has. What I love about these is this is pretty much what people are looking for when they are searching for just a mug gift to give somebody. And it has a really, really low cost to sell. So these start anywhere from $4.93, which means if you are pricing these close to the $20 mark, you have a very healthy amount of room to make profit with these. So once we have our item picked out, we're just going to click Start Designing. Now, personally, this is my favorite part of the process to make my print-on-demand design, but a huge mistake that many beginners make is they just jump right into making designs that they think are really fun or really cool and don't stop and think about if this is a niche that might have too much competition. So for example, I was thinking about, well, we are kind of just jumping right into summer right now. If you are a print-on-demand seller, you should be working a couple months ahead. So coming up, we actually have the back to school season. Students, oftentimes they get their teachers gifts. Teachers are buying stuff for the beginning of the year. So this potentially could be a really good niche. But if you go to Etsy and you search something like teacher mug, you are going to be flooded with thousands and thousands of results. So while the teacher niche is one that people are buying constantly, it might just be a little bit too saturated for us to actually dive right into. So as print-on-demand sellers, the way we are going to make money and get our listings in front of people to actually buy them is by finding a way to be a little bit more competitive, find a niche that has less other people trying to also sell that same thing. Now, sometimes this can be easier said than done, so I generally recommend that you use some kind of research tool to validate that this is a good niche to pursue before you spend all of that time making designs. Now, there are different paid research tools out there. Many of them I love and constantly recommend, but the one I'm going to show you today is a free one that I have made for you guys, and you can get just by signing up with your email down below in the description box. And that is my cross-niching guidebook. Now, the way that this works is you are going to take two really popular niche categories. So for example, I said I want to make some kind of like back to school teacher items. Well, I'm going to take that and I am going to cross it with another niche. Now, that other niche could be a category like careers. It could be a category like hobbies. So maybe a teacher who plays pickleball or a teacher who loves music, things like that. But the one that I think I want to pursue today that I think could make really, really fun mug designs is some kind of pet type. So we could do a classic like dog breeds, or something like a specific cat breed with teacher elements, or even a more unique pet like a guinea pig or a mouse or a snake. Those could be really fun, unique back to school products that are going to have a lot less competition than just a generic teacher back to school shirt. So the first one that maybe I'll take is this Persian cat. I think that could be a really fun, cute mug design. And on these mugs, I was envisioning saying something like teacher's pet, kind of a fun play on words with a bunch of teacher elements and a really cute animal on them as well. These are going to be a very sellable Etsy style design, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make that right now. All right, so I have jumped over to my design suite. Now, the one that I typically use for all of my print-on-demand products is Kittle. And what I really like about them is they have a bunch of ready-to-use templates. So say you have a really good niche idea and you have the phrase that you want to say and you don't want it to take hours for you to make a design, you can literally just take one of their pre-made print-on-demand templates and plug in the words that you have, and it's going to instantly make a sellable design for you. Now, today we're not going to do that because we're going to kind of be starting from scratch and making a design with a lot of their AI features, which are also really, really amazing. And I love that it's kind of all just integrated in the same thing. So we're going to click new project. And then if you sell with Printify for your Etsy shop specifically, they actually have so many of the different Printify items in here, so you don't even have to look and see what size you need. You can literally just click Printify mug. It's going to change the pixels for you, and you can push create right here. And then it made our canvas size the exact size of a mug. Now we're going to go down here to the left-hand side where it says chat, and this is going to take us to all of their AI features. Now you can see I was generating something here from earlier, but we are going to focus on making a design with a cat on it or some kind of pet type and a bunch of teacher elements. So I'm going to show you the kind of prompt that works really, really well for getting exactly what you want here, because sometimes AI can be a lot of trial and error. So right now I just said cute Persian cat kitten sitting surrounded by simple school elements, but then I want it to be very specific. So I said books, pencil, apple, notebook, whimsical hand-drawn illustration style, soft colors, clean white background, that's important, centered composition, and then sticker style design. So that means it's going to be very, very clear. This is the kind of image you could use for a sticker, but it works really good for mug designs as well. We want a bold outline, designed for a mug print, minimal, not busy, no background scene. So a lot of times people are very generic. They just say like teacher cat design, and it's going to be kind of random what this is going to come up with. But the more specific guide rails you can put around this, the better. So if I remember, I'm going to try to actually put this exact wording that I used in the description box. So if you want to copy that and try it, you can tweak a few things, but this kind of thing works really, really well. So let's go ahead and send that. And it's going to spend a minute kind of creating this design for us. All right. So after a couple seconds, it came up with this design here, which is super, super cute. I love how that's looking. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the background of this, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Now for the mug, we are going to be putting the same design on both the front and the back of it. That's typically how I like to make my mugs. And then the next part, I'm going to add a little bit of text. So I'm going to go up here to where it says text, and then I can just start from adding text by scratch. But sometimes I like to look kind of in their different font pairings and find one that would work really, really well here. So something like this. I think if we did like teacher's pet in this exact style, that would look super cute. And it's pretty much already formatted for us. All right, that's looking really cute so far. But one thing I want to do is just to make it look a little bit more cohesive, I am going to change the font color to be something that's in this element. So probably this like dark brown that they've outlined the cat with is going to look more cohesive if the letters are also in that same color. So I'm going to click the dropper, and I'm going to just select this color, and then it's a subtle change, but that made a huge difference here. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this for the other side, and that is already looking really, really good for our mug design. But I'm going to show you how we could do this for a bunch of different other pet types as well. So we're going to go ahead and make an additional artboard here, and then a third one as well. But say we wanted this to be something like a chinchilla, we could actually do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the chat. I'm going to take this exact same phrase that we did. I'm going to copy it and paste it down here. And then instead of cute Persian cat, I'm going to say cute chinchilla, and I'm going to go ahead and send that. And it came up with this, which is super, super adorable. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to remove that background, and I'm just going to go ahead and resize this a little bit. And on the other side, I'm going to actually go ahead and flip this horizontally, and that's looking super, super good. And we can do the same thing here with another pet type. So say that the teacher owned like a hermit crab or something like a dog, like a Dalmatian or golden retriever. You could put that here. And really the sky's the limit with the type of pets that you can do here. So once I'm happy with those, I can go ahead and download this. So I can download all of the designs at once, or I can just go ahead and click the export button and then click remove background, and then make sure I'm only exporting the ones I want. So I'm going to do this chinchilla one here, and I'm going to go ahead and export that. All right, so now I'm back over on Printify, and I'm just going to, on our mug design, go to upload and then click on my device. And then I went ahead and I uploaded that exact item here, and then that spacing looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and preview this, and that is looking perfect to me. We can even see it in context. That looks great. So if we're happy with that, we're going to go ahead and save this product, and it's going to prompt us to select which mockups we want. So I don't really like this front one because it shows literally nothing. So I'm going to deselect that, and I'm just going to probably pick one that shows the actual mug itself, and then we're we're going to make our own in context, real looking mug photo for the primary image on a mockup generator. So I'm going to show you why that's so important and how to do this in less than a couple minutes to make a mockup that's going to really get a lot of attention. Because if we just used this kind of blank image as our primary one, we're not going to get a lot of people stopping. It doesn't really look like anything special. Everybody else's looks like this as well. It's just not going to help us. So we're going to go ahead and save that, and we're going to add the other mockup later. And now this is the part where so many people get tripped up using Printify or selling on Etsy is they don't know what kind of SEO to do. They don't know how to write a good title. They don't know how to write a good description, what things to add, what to leave out. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's a lot simpler than you think, but there's a couple guidelines that once I kind of figured those out, it changed everything about how I went about making titles. So we have that all there. The first thing we're going to do is work on the title. Now, a lot of sellers, they are focusing on describing exactly what this product type is. Now, there's nothing really wrong with that, but if we just said something like white ceramic mug, 11 ounces with a chinchilla that says teacher's pet, likely no one is ever going to search that phrase on Etsy to buy something. What they might search is like cute chinchilla owner gift or back to school mug for teachers or teacher chinchilla owner gift. So they're going to search those kind of phrases. So that's what we really want to fill our title with as well as our description. So the first thing I like to do is Printify has kind of its built-in AI generator for titles, descriptions, and tags. I'm going to start off using that, but I'm probably going to change almost all of the wording in the title, but I like to use it because the description and the tags are usually pretty decent and it saves a lot of time here. So I'm going to click optimize listing. So I said cute chinchilla ceramic mug for teachers that says teacher's pet. I'm going to go ahead and generate that and see what it comes up with. And we're going to apply that to the listing. Now, it really didn't add a lot here to the title. So that's where I'm going to start adding those phrases that I know someone would be searching. All right, so I said chinchilla teacher mug. So that is probably my main keywords that if someone searches this, I want mine to be one of the first ones that comes up. So I'm going to put my most valuable search that I'm going to match the most perfectly for right at the beginning. So chinchilla teacher mug, amazing. Now, the next thing we're going to do is start doing a few variations of if someone searched something a little bit different, but they also might like our item as those second, third, and fourth keywords. So the next one, teacher's pet mug, chinchilla lover gift, cute rodent teacher gift, small pet owner mug, back to school teacher cup. So we have the word cup in there, we have mug, and honestly, now that I'm looking at it again, I think I might do something like pet owner tumbler, just so we have another option for cup types that people might search. Not only have all the product details that we're going to leave, it also added some elements that we want to match for. So it has something like chinchilla in here. It has the words teacher's pet, lesson plans, coffee, school. So all of those are great. The description has a lot less weight than the title, but we definitely want to make sure some of those keywords are in there. Now, the next thing it added is some tags. It's going to add more than we're able to have, but a lot of times I sift through those, delete the ones I don't want, and add some additional ones if I don't think it included one that's really important. So cute animal mug, it's not very specific. Cozy coffee mug and desk coffee mug. I don't like that. Teacher endearment. I don't think someone would look that up. Small batch mug. I'm not going to do. 11 ounce ceramic. 15 ounce. I'm not going to do. But those other ones like chinchilla mug, teacher appreciation, back to school, funny teacher mug, all of those are really good. So I'm going to leave them. And then it's going to make a new shipping profile for us. And then we are going to decide the price here. So right now it has it set to $14.99. I'm probably going to have the price be more like $16.99 because the profit that it says here, it's not typically going to be all that you're going to make. You're going to have Etsy fees. You're going to have listing fees. If you're using any kind of ads, it's going to also eat into that price here. So I want to make sure that I have enough room in my profit margin if there are additional costs to me so that I can at least be making about $5 per sale. Now, if all that looks good, we're going to go ahead and publish that. And right now the status is publishing and it's going to change to published once everything is done. But in the meantime, I'd like to take this as an opportunity opportunity to work on my mock-up photo, which probably besides the title and sometimes the design, this is the most important thing you could do is make a good mock-up photo. So we're going to go over to a site called Placeit, and Placeit has a bunch of different print on demand tools. I won't go into all of them today, but the one that I use the most often is their mock-up library, because they have thousands and thousands of mock-ups that literally all you have to do is just import your artwork and it's going to auto format it into a real product. So for example, I'm just going to look up mockup and it is going to take me to so many different mockup options here. But I could even be more specific, like mockup teacher, and it's going to show me a bunch of options that are like in the classroom. So for example, this one, super cute. I like the colorful elements in the back. I think that's great for a teacher. This one I also like as well, with kind of the flowers in the background. But I'm going to start with this one here and go ahead and edit it. And all we're going to do is click on this design button and we're going to upload the mug design we just used. And then all you have to do is just zoom in and you're going to place it just as you did on Printify. So it was a little bit bigger here. We're going to make sure that the placement matches pretty good. And then once we're happy with it, we're going to go ahead and click crop. And then we're going to click this download button here. Now we're back on Printify and we can see our status has changed to published. So that means when we head over to our Etsy store that is integrated with this, everything is going to have synced over. Now, if you've never integrated your Printify with an Etsy account or your Printify with any platform that you sell print on demand on, it's super, super easy. I have a full walkthrough tutorial. I'll link here. And if I remember, I'll put it down in the description as well. But now we're over on our Etsy account in the shop manager sections under listings, and we can see that chinchilla mug has synced over, but we're going to click the gear icon here and push edit and make a couple changes. One is we're going to change that mock-up photo and we're going to make sure that is the primary one here. And for example, if we wanted to zoom in a little bit, we could do that. But I like to include a little bit of the background. And this is exactly what these shoppers are going to see. And then our title and our description has transferred over. We don't need to mess with that. And then if we want, we can add it to a shop section like teacher gifts. I already have that one. That is a perfect place. It adds as a little bit of additional SEO. And then I'm going to unenroll it from ads for now. And I think that's very important. If you are trying new items, don't enroll them in ads right away until you know it's a good type of listing for you. And I'm going to keep the renewal options on manual. And I've talked a little bit why I do that in other videos. If you want to check some of those out as well, I explain that in a little more detail. But once that looks good, we're going to publish those changes and we can go ahead and click this gear icon and view it on Etsy. Now, this is exactly what people would see if they click on our listing here. And we could do this exact same thing for all sorts of different pet types. We could take the same kind of design, put it on t-shirts, tote bags, other types of tumblers, glass cups. Really, the sky's the limit. And I love that Kittle's AI features make it super, super easy to generate a bunch of different design types. So you can really get on a roll with something like this. Now, if you want some other ideas of how you can take the same concept but put it on a different product type, I highly recommend checking this video out next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.